willing to spend large amount of time, not money, time, on their knees seeking out God. Even the outlaws of that day believed there was a God. The very foundation of our education here in America was based on the Bible. Children were taught from the Bible to read and write. The very protection of the children in any given school resulted from the saying of the Lord's Prayer daily. Now, wala na. The very judicial system of America is based on the Bible, but has now turned away from God. All of God's Word had been removed from the schools and is fast being removed from the courts by activist judges. Most of the prayers of God's people today are completely self-centered. And most people are unable to concentrate in prayer for more than a few seconds at a time. This is because they have been raised in front of the fast actions and constantly shifting scenes on their TV and movie screens. This inability to concentrate is a huge hindrance in their relationship with God. I asked the angel about the coming disaster in America. Once again, we stopped and he said, America has not seen the destruction that God has chosen for her. The people cannot imagine what the wrath of God is really like. How His anger against their sin is so fierce. In fact, God cannot even look at the planet Earth because if He did so, He would have to pour out His judgment and wrath now. So Jesus is standing and interceding for the planet. Jesus is the one looking at all that is happening. I said, is judgment coming? The angel said, it is written. I said, will the wrath be terrible? He said, Sodom and Gomorrah were mild compared to what is coming. Once again, I said, how can it be changed? How can we prevent this disaster from happening? Then I heard a voice from heaven. I know it was the voice of God. And He thundered. God said, if my people will humble themselves and pray, 2 Chronicles chapter 7, and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven. If they will stop seeking entertainment and start seeking me, if they will turn off their programs and turn to me and invite me back into their lives, if they will bring correct teachings back to the people, if they will start listening to my voice and not the voice of men, then I would not pour my wrath out. That's when I know God was listening to every conversation I had been having with the angel. That's how God hears every conversation that goes on here on earth. He was able to monitor all the conversation here. So, what's coming out of your mouth? The last words I heard from the angel were, remember this, judgment begins in the house of the Lord. So it is true. In 1 Peter chapter
4:17.
of first
Peter 4:17.
Peter 4:17. Yes. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. First, you know, the Lord will be the one to shake the church. And then the outsiders of the church. So, we need to wake up and be concerned of our future. Remember this, we are very small church. But God is the one who is abiding in this church, and He is the one who is giving the messages and the teaching, the right doctrine. This is why when the Lord wanted to correct us, He correct us personally. So what we're going to do is to awaken ourselves
To righteousness.
and to tell others not to be complacent, not just to take it for granted. You see, our life here on earth should not be taken for granted because, you know, life is short. Before, when I was 25 years old, oh, it's a long time to be 60. Now I'm already 64.
6 years to go ka na lang.
What? How many years left before I reach 70? So I said, Lord, can I have up to 85? So, you see, but we need to become productive here. Productive in the Lord, not productive here on earth.
Amen.
Praise God. This is why the Lord prompted me to read this to you. This was cut short. There are more. But this is just for the time being. Let's all stand. Let's sing.
Let's sing.
Ito ba yung halong God?